Hi, welcome to AFTV. We just lost to Newcastle 1-0 here at St James's Park. Jason, bro, this one hurt. It's gonna hurt. One, because I'm thinking about the journey back as well. Yeah. It's gonna sit with me, but not our day today in the end.
No, look, we spoke after the West Ham game on Wednesday, and and weren't happy then. Less disappointed today, if I'm honest.
Right. Why?
I think we were. I just don't think we ever got into the game at West Ham. I think that we were bullied. We were off the pace. I think they just dominated us in the midfield. And in fairness, when I saw the midfield today, I was sitting there thinking exactly the same thing. I was thinking, you know, you don't want to go against the pace and power of that midfield with what we went against and what we looked at and what we had on Wednesday. And actually, I think we matched them. I think physically, both sides were very, very, very even. I think the benefit in some respects to the game today was, while Zinchenko gives you a lot of control in the middle of the park, when we get those turnovers, when he plays the sloppy ball and you know he's going to do 3 or 4 of them in a game, that's when Newcastle's midfield then get an opportunity to come alive. So we didn't maybe control the game in the same way, because obviously we didn't have Zinchenko, but we were probably a little bit more solid defensively with Tomiyasu in there, with Havertz in there, with Rice in there. And in some respects, physically, they cover for Jorginho a little bit, because obviously that's not his game. On the ball though, like there's just nothing. There's nothing kicking. There's nothing going on. If I think,
why is it? Do you think that's because of it's St James's Park and you know there's atmosphere and they were, like you said, we matched them, but they had a high energy. Do you think it's how? Do you think it's just because there could be so many factors why we weren't good on the ball? We normally are, and I know we've got players missing, but what was it?
I think there are a lot of factors. I think structurally, in terms of how we set up, we are very consistent in that. When you take some of those players out, though, you do create a bit of a situation. I think when you don't have Ødegaard in there, you don't control it in the same way. We don't have Partey in there, someone again that can turn and look to unlock. Because essentially, if you're going to play with your front five playing really high and trying to isolate them, you do actually need to be able to thread the ball to them. And you know, Jorginho, Tomiyasu, even Rice sometimes to a degree, but not maybe as much, will play it safe, so we will just look to circulate, and we just essentially just end up circulating the ball, and no one's then brave enough to maybe take that pass. And if the players know that they're not going to take that pass, they don't get into the positions in the first place. So then you're just in a situation where it looks like your midfielders are hiding from the ball. When we were able to kind of get situations, I mean, Raya had a couple of decent distributions out to Martinelli. You get behind the midfield.
Was he at fault for the goal? Have you watched it back?
I need to go back and see it. I think that, I think that when they were doing the free checks and I was talking to people around me, I was basically going like, what's going to happen is we're not going to get any of those checks. Then the fans are going to go absolutely mental, and we will not get back into the game. And essentially, that was probably kind of what happened. I mean, from the stills that I've seen and from the little shots that I've seen on Twitter, it looks like we could have been given all 3 decisions and weren't given any of them. I think with the offside, what they're saying is that they didn't have the camera angles to be able to see when the ball was played off the attacker. You could clearly see that there were 2 players in an offside position, but they couldn't see when the ball was.
Okay. I didn't know that.
But again, for a league of this sort
of, to be the best in the world,
exactly. But that's not the deciding factor today. I mean, it's been the deciding factor in other games, and we've spoken about VAR. I think I spoke about it at the after the Sheffield United game with the penalty that was given by VAR but should have been given by the referee, and that probably held me to account a little bit for it. But I'm saying, like, referees are scared to make decisions at the minute, and then they're relying on VAR, and then the VAR are going, well, I can't do anything about it because I haven't got a, like.
They also aren't good because today they made some horrendous decisions today.
Yeah, but for both sides.
I'm saying that for both sides.
But for both sides. Again, when they go against us, I'm quite happy to hold my hands up and go, look. But when they go in our favour, you also have to go.
Oh, of course, we got rub of the green.
But fundamentally, we just don't create chances. We're not creating chances. We're so reliant on moments of brilliance from Saka and Martinelli, and if you don't get those moments of brilliance, fundamentally, I'm looking at Rice and I'm looking at Saliba and going, those 2 players come away with loads of credit. Everybody else, I'm questioning. Rice and Saliba get into any side in the world, and we're fortunate to have them, but we can't. I think Dan Potts said it earlier. We can't keep coming away going, Rice and Saliba are amazing. Rice and Saliba are brilliant. Rice and Saliba, Gabriel's had a good. Saka's had a good game once in 6. Martinelli's had a good game once in 6. Nketiah gets a hat-trick and then he's anonymous for 2 games. And some of that's not his fault, because, like I said, he is a poacher. He does need people to kind of create opportunities for him. Yes, he will get the odd banger like he got with the third lot, but you're expecting players to try and do that. And I think it was only when Zinchenko came on and we managed to get one overlap and a cutback that you looked at it and go, like, the crowd are getting off their feet, thinking, we might actually get something here. We need to be better and more fluid on the ball, I think off the ball we're all right, but on the ball I think we just. We can dominate our side, and again, you can get Zinchenko in the game and he can control the game for you, but you do know that he's going to give away 4 or 5 sloppy chances, and your midfield are going to get turned, and you're just hoping that you don't concede off one of those. And for a side that's looking to go, that's looking to compete for the league, that's not good enough.
Yeah, thank you very much.